And we're back.
And we're back.
We are back.
We're here.
We're back, baby.
Oh my god, another new setup.
Another new setup. Listen, we're gonna keep trying it.
We're gonna keep trying. Honestly, this one feels
Correct.
This one feels correct.
I hope so.
And I kind of like it because I was talking to you earlier, but I love that we can like hold our microphones now.
Yes.
I feel like a star. I feel like Hannah Montana.
Very tactile.
And very like...
And very audio.
Very audio. Very ASMR.
Yeah, exactly. I know, we have the glass straws again tonight, so to all of our guests, it's just going to be
real
clink,
loud.
Yeah.
Nice and clinky for y'all.
Yeah. Listen, 9th time's a charm. Can you believe this is our 9th episode already?
No. It's going by so fast. Well, I mean, I'm enjoying every episode, and I feel like every episode we get a little closer to, like, perfection. We're both perfectionists, so it's like, you know, we struggle a little bit every week in the beginning. We're like, what do we need to do to make it better?
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing.
I do too, it's great.
Because you want it to, like, look and sound good.
Period, yeah, we do.
Yeah, and I do think it's getting better, I think.
I do too.
I
actually love this setup. I don't know why, I feel like I could see, like, all of you right now.
Take it all in, baby.
Taking it all in. You've got your hair going. You got your ascot. You just look like Jonathan Bailey, but gay. But he's also gay, so that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I feel like I'm giving, like, Freddy from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, a little bit. But I like it.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, he's also gay.
He's definitely gay.
Yeah.
I mean, so was Velma.
Oh my god, well,
they were all gay.
Yeah, they definitely were. Scooby-Doo is definitely, like, queer culture.
Yeah, it's queer culture.
Yeah. Their costumes are, like, rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I used to really be obsessed with that movie with, like, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah Michelle Gellar.
So
that was really one culture that definitely made me say,
oh, yeah.
Culture was for me.
It's so good. Yeah.
It is so good.
There's two moments in that. Spooky Island.
Spooky Island.
That, like, spiky, like, disco ball skull head.
Oh my god, yes. What happened?
We just lost our light.
Oh,
Hold on a second.
Yeah, you got it.
We're good.
We're good.
We got it.
We're not cutting. We're not
cutting.
I
blew a fuse. No, it's okay. Please hold.
Please hold.
Maybe it just got a little overheated. Careful, honey. That pony had a lot of water. I think it's okay.
I think it's fine.
I mean, we'll make it work.
But yeah, Spooky Island, honey.
Yeah, I love Spooky Island.
Oh my god, it's very, like, also low-key, like, Disney culture in a way, because, like, there's rides, and, like, remember when they're on, like, the Haunted Mansion ride?
Yeah.
It's, like, low-key kind of Disney. It always reminded me of Haunted Mansion. I was like,
absolutely.
oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
It was iconic.
There's two iconic moments in it that I always revisit as, like, an adult. One is, like, the moment with Sarah Michelle Gellar where she's like, now who's the damsel in distress? And that beefy guy's like, me? He's
yeah.
Straddling a
he's
hole.
Like he's got, like, the wrestling mask on.
Oh, yeah, he has, like, a luchador costume on.
Yeah,
and I was like,
so good.
And he has, like, a hot, like, soul patch, kind of, which is, like, since when? But, I mean, it was hot.
You like soul patches? You're into that?
No, but, like, in the early 2000s, late 90s, it was good.
Wait, who was the band that was in that movie?
It's definitely, like, Sugar Ray.
It was, like, Sugar Ray,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it totally
that
is.
Was iconic.
It really is, yeah. It's so good. I love it. No, I was thinking that, and then there's, like, a really funny line that I still, like, it kills me, where he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm looking for clues. And he goes, well, here's the clue. Purple's a fall color. It's the middle of May. Yeah.
That is the best.
It kills me. I'm like, that's queer. That whole thing.
That is queer culture.
Yeah. It's so good. Purple's a fall color. It's the middle of May.
Scooby and drag, basically, on the plane as a grandma.
Sure.
Love it.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
Very like Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know how we got on this topic.
Literally like 30 seconds in, and we're like, so Scooby-Doo.
Oh, it's your ascot. That's why.
Right, yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Nice.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar, still together. Amazing.
Oh my god, I can never remember if they're together or divorced.
Oh, they're there. Yeah, they're together.
They're there.
Mm-hmm.
They're there.
Yeah. It's literally like them and like Posh and Bex. They're like the only celebrity couples that are like still together.
Totally.
After all this time.
After all this time.
Love
the whole time?
The whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not that couple.
Not them.
Not them.
Yeah.
They didn't make it.
What was her name in that movie? Miranda or something?
Miranda.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Mrs. Doubtfire.
And Daniel!
Daniel!
Yeah.
Help
Stu.
is on the way, dear! Stu.
More of a thick soup, really, than a name.
Truly, I mean, we were talking about this too earlier, but...
When are we not talking about
When are we
Mrs.
not talking about Mrs. Doubtfire? It's literally probably my favorite movie ever.
My name?
I thought I gave it to you, dear.
Doubtfire.
Doubtfire, dude?
Mrs. Doubtfire. What an incredible name.
Yeah, like, how did they come up with that?
Effie, brace yourself.
Every night it's like a prison movie.
She turns it on and the lights dim. Surprised she hasn't chipped her teeth. That's what happened in the studio. The lights dim.
The lights did dim. I'm
surprised I didn't chip my teeth. I'm about to on this mic, matter of fact.
Oh my god, I know.
Or this glass straw. I'm like... Speaking of like...
Glass straws kind of scare me for
It
that
gives
reason.
me like the intrusive thoughts. I'm always like, what if I just took a bite out of this like a candy cane right now?
Actually, low-key, I had the scariest thing happen to me earlier. I was making myself a lunch and using the air fryer.
Oh god.
And I made myself like just like some fried tofu in the air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
Like does not sound great, but
I
like it because you can flavor it any way you want.
Girl.
And I did it with like some broccoli and just like I had like a lunch. It was like a lunch, so you know I'm a little gassy right now. It's okay. Sorry. Yeah. Last week it was Bruce. This week it's gonna be me. So
great. Yeah, we are still in an enclosed space. Even if the lighting and sound is better, it's still.
It might not look like an enclosed space, but it's maybe like a 10 by 10.
Oh yeah, it's enclosed.
Anyway, I go to take a bite. And I look down at my plate, and there's a literal like screw in my plate. And I think it was from the air fryer, like when I dumped the food
like basket.
into the basket. Like something must have. I had I was like, holy shit, that could have been really fucking bad.
Inside of you.
Inside of me. Yeah. Do you think it would have tore up my intestines?
If not the intestines, your Bucci hole on the way out.
What do you think would have happened?
I think you would pass it. Was it a big screw?
I'm
picturing like an eyeglass
maybe like a half an inch, but it was sharp.
Oh.
I know.
There's been worse in there.
I mean, maybe.
Honey.
I
don't think so.
That pony had a lot of water.
Yeah. True. The damn San Diego Zoo!
You got the goddamn San Diego Zoo!
Yeah. God, that's crazy. So what's going on this week?
Here. What is going on?
I feel like I missed out on all the culture because I was famously in the Disney bubble, so I didn't know what was happening. Girl, there were still planes falling out of the sky. There was still shit happening. Like,
fell out of the sky.
Luigi's back in court, looking hotter than ever.
Wow, yeah.
I feel like a more beautiful person. I don't know.
No, maybe not.
It's crazy. Are we gonna get canceled for saying that? No.
I mean, I would hope not. I think
everybody's
kind of on Team Luigi.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I don't even know the name of the person he but I know his name. Yeah.
I don't either. I mean, who does?
Not that we're glorifying anything.
I feel like everybody just says like the healthcare CEO.
Yeah. The only thing we're glorifying is beauty.
Correct.
And hotness.
We will always
not anything else. Just for clarification, we're a very wholesome podcast, even though we're just talking about screw and butthole. But
I mean, use your discretion, whatever.
Yeah. No, so I mean, I didn't really see much of the cultural happenings. I just got back 48 hours ago, so I'm still catching up on the various shows. I did watch Traitors, but I did not yet watch White Lotus. I'm a little behind.
Okay.
And I feel like the Traitors this week, though, was a big one.
It was a big one, and wow.
What the hell?
It pissed me the fuck off.
Oh my god. So much.
Danielle is truly the worst person to watch on TV.
I feel like she's falling upward. I'm she's acting like she's so smart, and I'm I think you're just getting really lucky over and over again. I don't think you're playing this 4D chess that you claim that you're playing. I've yet to see an indication that she's playing a smart game.
No,
I think she just keeps getting lucky.
I mean, spoiler alert, but the end definitely signified that she has no game plan. No. She's trying to get Brittany as a traitor.
I hope Brittany turns on her.
I hope so. Oh my god, she deserves it. But literally, I can't stop thinking about the meme that I sent you earlier today of E.T. with the hat,
literally
with the wig.
With that,
that
raggedy
is
wig.
Literally what she looks like every week at the round table.
What on earth is she doing?
And honestly, the shaking and crying.
I can't.
I cannot.
It's not.
I cannot.
It's not. It's not it.
It's not it. I love Carolyn, but I mean, girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. She did get got a little bit.
She did.
I was sad about it.
Yeah, she definitely gave up her game in a really shitty way. I mean, I think what this speaks to is just the two of them were like oil and water. They were never gonna like mesh well together. So then putting them on a team where they had to both be cunning and work together, it was just not a good combo, really, for either of them. I'm trying to be charitable here, but like, ugh.
It was ugly.
Here's my problem.
This season are just horrible.
Yeah, but so honestly, so are the Faithfuls. I'm like, who am I rooting for at this point now? Because now I'm like, the whole season I spent being like, I don't want the Faithfuls to win. They suck. They're all idiots. And now I'm like, I guess I want them to win. I don't even.
I like Gabby. Gabby and Dylan.
She's come out as like the new hero.
Yeah, Gabby's
like darling. Mostly because
she's
funny.
She's hilarious.
Yeah.
Her TikToks.
Oh my god.
Go watch. Her. They're so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, she's an icon.
She's really funny, and we stand an LGBTQ fam.
Oh my god, especially like an ex-bachelorette. That is like
slay. Yeah.
Slay.
Mm-hmm.
That is a slay. She is.
I feel like she has cute style too. I like the way she dresses.
She's adorable.
Yeah.
Great style.
Very kind of like coquettish. She's very like
yeah.
Cutesy, but it's fun.
And I like like Dylan, I think, but I mean he's hot.
Just because he's hot.
I just like him because he's hot.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
But at the same time I'm like, yeah, you're not like hitting the nail on the head either, right?
He's pretty close though. I mean he's closer than anybody else that's left, really.
He's close.
Literally, it is him and Gabby. I'm like, what?
But I feel like he's gonna take Danielle to the. I feel like he trusts Danielle. Like Gabby's onto it, but I feel like he is gonna try to like keep Danielle around.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in this most recent episode, they started to show a glimmer of a future Gabby Dylan alliance, which I think could show some promise if she can talk some sense into Dylan. And I think that Dylan was close because he was trying to decide between Danielle and Carolyn this episode, and it kind of just broke towards Carolyn.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe with Gabby's influence, he could see the light with Danielle and be like, I don't know. Like, I'm holding out hope because it would be satisfying for them to win, although apparently, and I don't know all the lore because I didn't watch their Big Brother season, but apparently, like, the real like satisfying thing is that like if Brittany like betrays Danielle after all this time,
like 2 times,
years and years later,
right?
Yeah, it would be like, oh shit, you got again, dummy.
Tough.
Yeah, so we'll see, but I don't know.
And I hope she does. She deserves it.
Yeah. God, I can't watch it anymore. Like, enough.
Please.
Yeah, I did think that the chess thing was cool though. It was very like
it was
wizard's chess.
It was very wizard's chess. I mean, what was the point?
No, you can't.
No, you can't. There must be another way.
Yeah.
That is still a clip that I
it's so
have
funny.
to watch every time.
Yeah, it kills me.
But why did Parvati and Kate have to be there?
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad. They
just
played.
Iconic bitches. Yeah.
They just sat there. I mean, I was like, they didn't do anything.
No, they were just there to like look fab and like read cue cards.
Okay, so I know you didn't watch Vanderpump Rules, but
a little bit.
Tom Sandoval, like, I am never going to be a Tom Sandoval fan, of course. I just want to get that out of the way. Like, of course
Gap tooth bitch.
He is
not your fault. You're so gap tooth.
He's one of the worst human beings ever. But
yeah.
At the same time, watching him on the Traitors, it makes me realize, like, oh, he's just really freaking dumb. And he probably, like, I just feel like he literally is just that, like, so dumb that he does not, like, even know what's going on half the time. So it's just like not surprising to me, like everything that went on Vanderpump, and it also like makes me question Ariana. Like, this person is clearly so dumb. Like, why did you stay with him for so long?
Yikes.
Like, he is literally really dumb. Like,
he's also like not good looking enough to be.
No,
he's fine. I'm not saying he's ugly, but I'm like you would think that.
I will say, back in the day, he used to be really hot.
I used to see him when I lived in LA. I mean, I went to Pump with some frequency.
I went to Sir. I saw Peter in the back smoking a cig in the alleyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't really do it for me, but whatever.
Neither. I mean, yeah, he's horrible. His personality is.
Also, did you see Sam, famous Britney Spears' ex-husband Sam of Traitors fame, literally did like an interview somewhere this week and was like, Tom really needs to wear deodorant.
He does look like he smells. He also definitely chain smokes cigs. He always did on Vanderpump, but I just know he stinks.
Yeah, he's not so good.
I actually ended up really loving Sam. Okay, that was like very
3 words that he says.
I liked him. I thought he was like, and he did an interview recently about, well, not about Brittany, but like talked about her in a very like positive light. I mean, I guess, what is he gonna do? But okay, you're not.
I'm not biting.
You're not biting. Okay.
I just don't. I'm sorry. Like, I just like love and care and respect for her too much. And like something nefarious was going on there. This was not just some innocent little, you know, they got together and it just didn't work out. I'm like, I don't know what weird, you know, arrangement this was, but I'm not here for it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not well versed enough. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass. What else is new? You can say anything if you're confident.
Remember the time that we went to see Britney?
Oh my god, yeah. How could I forget?
I mean, I definitely barely remember, but it was what I do remember.
Girl. Yeah, we went to Atlantic City and we saw her at the Borgata. I mean, in retrospect, I'm very glad that we did that because, like, little did we know that was going to be, like, one of the last times she ever performed.
Yeah, literally. And we were at the show where they said,
"Who is it?" She's
like,
it's Danny, bitch.
Yeah.
Dum, dum.
Yeah, we were literally at that show.
Literally, that video of us being like,
that is, like, that's one for the books.
It's pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing. Anyway, afterwards, we, like, went to the casino and just blacked the hell out.
Honey.
Oh, God. I have, like, one photo of that night, and it's literally you at the Mr. Cashman machine being like... Nice. And then I also have a photo from the next morning of us driving back to Philly from Atlantic City, getting hangover bagels, and you have, like, cream cheese smeared all over your face.
Wow.
You're
yeah.
Like,
you know, it's very glamorous.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Any time in Atlantic City is going to be glamorous.
Oh, my God. Horrible.
Next time we go, we just need to, like, wear, like, fur coats and just, like,
do it up.
Maybe have, like, prop sticks and just...
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And it's
wear
always
wigs.
the trap.
And of course wigs.
Always
of course wigs.
Trap.
We had wigs last time we were there.
Of course we did.
We need to bring more wigs.
Yeah. Yeah. Is my hair giving Travis Kelce's wig today?
Yes.
I'm a little worried about it.
I mean, no.
Does it look like more like it's coming out of my own scalp than his did at the Super Bowl?
Absolutely.
Never missed an opportunity to talk shit, by the way.
It looks really good, but I definitely see it's like the same...
The shape.
The shape, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a center part.
Yeah.
Kind of wavy.
Yeah.
I just threw a couple waves in it, just for fun. We're just experimenting. I'm going through a phase right now. Is that okay with you?
So am I.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, your little pony. Do you have like a banana clip in there, or what are we doing?
I just have it's literally just like a ponytail. Or like a man bun, I guess. Is that what you would call it?
Is that what we say? What else are we saying now? Metrosexual? Are we going back to like 2008?
Oh, God. I hope.
Hipster?
So hipster. But I feel like I can't fully get like a man bun going right now. I don't know. I still feel like it's too short. But.
You should get like extensions.
Okay.
Just like a clip-in weave, like a little.
Yeah. Oh my God! You know what I should get? I should get clip-in bangs.
Yeah, definitely that.
Like our friend has.
Yeah.
I have I need to show you the picture of me.
Just like. Yeah.
Very fun.
I love it. What else did I miss in culture this week? Was there other things that happened, really? I mean, we talked a little bit about Traitors, but, like, I don't know. I mean, we watched SNL last weekend, the SNL 50th. There were some good ones. There were some not so good ones, let's be honest.
I mean, that's always how SNL is in general, in my opinion. It's always, like, a mixed bag. But the funny ones usually do get me.
Yeah.
I loved the Bowen skit with
Wonderful.
Andy Samberg. Great.
Hilarious.
Excellent. And also very millennial vibes, like,
perfect.
Clearly... It was meant for us.
Very well done. I thought really the biggest like letdown in my view, and I was live texting you the whole time, I was like, I thought the red carpet was so awkward. I was like, I don't know who decided that they needed to do a red carpet, like because they were trying to treat it like it was the Oscars and be super serious, but then like the guests were not serious about it, like they were not matching the tone of the like event, and then also like I felt like the guests and the interviewers were both drunk, and also like a lot of the interviewers, like, were former or current SNL, like, cast members, and then they're interviewing and are like, what's it feel like to be on the show? And they, like, multiple times there were guests who were like, I mean, you know what it's like. It's pretty crazy. So I was like, all right, this is kind of boring. And then to go from that immediately into that, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, really lame opener.
We love our girl Sabrina, but that was really boring.
Oh my God.
And, like, just like such a downer. Like, wouldn't we want to like open on a very funny note? Yeah,
like it should have been hilarious and like high energy. And it was so. What was it? Paul Simon coming out being like, I performed this song on a very first episode of SNL 50 years ago,
looking like a freaking corpse,
literally. And Sabrina was like, neat. I wasn't alive then, and neither were my parents. So I guess let's sing this. And it was like super awkward. And I was like, well, just felt very like.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
The
Like,
energy
what was the
weird.
vibe that they were going for? Like, I have no idea.
I feel like if they were gonna do like a sappy commemorative thing, it should have been at the end, not the beginning. The beginning is like so like we needed high energy, honey.
Yeah,
and it was not giving.
Yeah, I agree. Other than that, like I'm trying to think.
Oh my god, the Domingo skit.
Oh, Domingo,
please.
Of course. I mean, you know, we love that.
I was like, oh my gosh, I felt a little something rumbling in my tummy.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, just 3 generations of
hot.
They were like, because what you're looking for is a Latino guy.
Yeah. That's so good. Loved that skit.
Yeah, that was good.
Hot. I also, what else did I love? Bitch, I don't even remember. I think that's it. I liked the
super funny.
Yeah, it was alright. Oh, the Kim Kardashian skit.
Yeah, of
with,
course, Junice,
of course. That was it was cute.
Yeah.
And I love that they brought back Robert Goulet.
Yeah, classic.
He's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. I mean,
it was good.
I honestly like wish in general a little better. I would give the whole thing like a B.
I would give it like a solid
minus.
B minus, yeah.
It's like 83%.
I agree.
It's like barely a B. It was like slightly above B.
It had its funny moments, but most of the time I was like, all right.
Yeah, and it was
what now?
Super long. It's like 4 hours long.
Like, why was it so long?
Yeah.
Also, what did you think about Miley's performance? I loved her performance at the concert.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love her performance on the show.
See, I liked it. I felt like she was like locked in, but honestly, I just think she's like a truly like incandescent performer. Like she is made to like be on the stage. She really gives. Like I felt like
she is
your queen.
My queen.
Yeah. Yeah, and so to that end,
you know what you need to watch? You know, like Letterman does that interview show on Netflix. You gotta watch hers.
Yeah, I've heard that hers is like excellent.
It's excellent.
You know what I think is iconic on her interviewing? When she went on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan was talking shit on Drag Race, and he was like, they all do the same thing, this is so boring, whatever. And she, without missing a beat, she looks right at him, and she goes, yeah, I think the same thing about your show when I watch it. I'm like, yeah, you do the same thing every week, always talking the same shit anyway. And just like, it went right over his dumb, bald head. I was like, God, you're such a brilliant queen. And he's such a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Speaking of Drag Race, I mean, you need to watch this season. I literally just watched the last episode this morning, but I always, like, the one thing that sticks out to me about this season that always makes me laugh, I, like, think about it all the time in my head. One of the drag queens is named Hormona Lisa, and every time she comes on the stage, RuPaul's like, Whore! Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
It gets me every time.
Yep.
I love it.
I mean, that was like the Willow pill a couple seasons ago, and she was like, is it a big pill or a Willow pill? And we're like, that doesn't even...
Yeah, and then there's Sam Star, and every time she like does like a Cher accent for her, I don't know why, she's like, Sam Star!
Oh my god. Nice.
And then there's Lydia Butthole Collins.
Oh my god.
The names this season are funny.
They really went for it.
Yeah, they really went for it.
Yeah, nice. I guess I should watch. I haven't been watching.
The Snatch Game is really bad.
I feel like it's not been good the past few times.
Yeah, this one's really bad. There's like 2 good performances, and everybody else did horrible.
Oy. Yeah. Who would you do if you were on Snatch Game? Do you have a good celeb impression?
Maybe I would do Mrs. Doubtfire.
Ooh.
For real.
That's a good one.
I feel like that might be it.
Yeah.
That would be such a good one. Has anybody ever done that on Drag Race? That would be so good.
That would be amazing.
You could do that too. Who would you do? I could see you doing,
oh god.
I could see you doing...
Careful, girl.
Julie Andrews from, like, The Sound of Music or some shit. Or Mary Poppins. I could see you doing Mary Poppins.
Sure. Yeah.
But, like, Julie Andrews as Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Make it a little...
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that I could channel that De La Bendela Creme energy.
Yes.
Because she did the Julie Andrews, like...
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah, and she was good. She was great. I could see that. I don't know. I have to think about it some. But yeah, I could definitely see you giving, like, a... Mrs.
Doubtfire, yeah.
Yeah. My name?
But I gave it to you, dear.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I don't know. That's a good one. I'll have to ponder on it. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Well, shifting gears a little bit.
Oh, yeah. She just got back from her trip.
I sure did.
I want to hear all about it, honey.
Well, I have a little something for you. Maybe I want to give you a little something.
Oh, my God.
First. This is live on camera. I'll give you something. Ready? Hold on.
It's in your pocket?
For those listening, I'm reaching into my pants. All right.
Wow.
These pants are a little tight.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I thought this would be a fun little gift for us to share.
I love... Oh my god, are you... I'm definitely Dale, of course. Yeah. I feel like that's just the obvious.
Yeah.
Your Chip. Yeah. I love them. Oh my god, let's put them on right now.
Yeah. I saw these and I was like...
They're so cute.
So I've been talking to you about this from the last time
I mean, I'm not wearing it right now because I...
Your little friendship bracelet.
I have your friendship bracelet that you got me from Disney last time.
So I was like, you know, even more. I was just there in December, and now only 2 months later, the amount of like friendship bracelet, charm bracelet, doodad, like blah blah blah, it's like tenfold. It's like so much more now than it even was then, which is amazing. I'm like, I love it, and of course, like anything with Disney, they want to A, jump on the trend, and then B, like infuse all their IP in it. So they have everything of everything, and like they actually had multiple of these like BFF like friendship bracelets, but I saw the Chip and Dale ones, and I was like, that's me, my baby. Yeah. Thank you so much. I thought they were so little, like, effing cute.
They are really freaking cute.
For you, my little BFF, Judy. Like, these are definitely made for, like, children, so I hope they fit our wrist.
Hang on. Please hold.
But I thought they were so effing cute.
Oh, they definitely... I mean, I have small wrists, but...
Yeah. You just have to make your hand, like, the little, like...
I did it.
Like...
Oh, I got it, honey.
Oh, slay. I love it.
Slay.
I'm going to put the mic down a sec to really do this proper. But they're so cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything for my little Judy.
I'm pleased to tell.
Yeah.
All about your trip.
Well, first of all, girl, I was nervous as hell to fly because, you know, planes just be falling out of the sky.
It was that day, right? It was that day that...
The day before. The Delta flight that, like, flipped over and caught on fire. Like, Jesus Christ. Like... Scary. It's literally horrifying, yeah. So, and then to make matters worse, I was flying with my mom, who is literally the worst flyer on the planet and refuses to do anything to like help herself with it. I literally was texting my sister and I was like, we need to make her get a Xanax prescription next time before we fly, or I refuse to be on the same plane as her. Like, I can't do this. I love you if you're listening, but like, girl, help yourself.
Holly.
Yeah. She needs it. Anyway, just so happened to, like, one of our mutual friends from Stonewall was our flight attendant on the way down, Cherry. And
I'm dead. That's amazing.
She hooked it up, girl. She was like, where are you? And I was like, oh, we're going to Disney. She was like, no, what row are you in? I was like, oh, 14. She's like, okay, I got you.
Oh, that's amazing.
So we sat down and we're like mid-flight, and she came over and she was like, do you guys want a mimosa or anything? And I was like, Holly doesn't drink. And I was like, I'll have hers. And she,
I'll have two.
Yeah, literally came over with like a split of champagne and was like, oh my god, here you go, girl. And I was like, yes. And then like we're starting to descend, and she was like, do you want another one? I mean, we have like 20 minutes. You can probably finish it quick. And I was like, yeah, like, absolutely. So it was like, it was really set things off on like a nice like start.
That's so
like,
fun.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. And, like, the flight itself was whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, literally, it's, like, the shortest flight ever.
It is very short.
It was super choppy. It was, like, a really bumpy one, but I was like, it's fine. I'm just drinking. It's okay. I always also, when I'm just going somewhere exciting, I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to get stressed about it. Like,
I honestly, I mean, lately, when I'm on a flight, I'm like, well, if I go down.
Literally, yeah.
I go down.
Honestly,
that's literally, I mean, I really feel like that's so weird, but I feel like I'm really not afraid of much anymore. I feel like I literally don't get afraid at all anymore, and I'm like, is that a problem?
Not necessarily.
I'm like, is there something wrong with like my mental status that I literally feel like I don't get afraid? Anyway, that's besides the point.
I feel like part of that is like just an Aries thing. I feel like you are just generally like kind of fearless, and I'm very like apprehensive. But I don't know. I'm way better than I used to be. I used to be such a nervous flyer. Now I'm like, I'm just going to get drunk. But honestly, you know what it was that really did it for me? Speaking of going to the casino and seeing shows, us and our mutual friend, when I went to Vegas to see Gaga with her, she and I like flew back together, and our flight kept getting delayed over and over and over again because there was bad weather, and she was like popping out of me, and I took one, and I had been drinking all day, like whatever, and then I took a second one.
Oh, no!
Yeah, it was crazy. So we're on the flight, and girl, I was like half asleep, she's asleep. We literally get like woken up like from turbulence. It's so bad. And I look over at her, and she's like, you know, popping her gum and whatever. And I looked over at her, and I was like, listen, man, if it's my time, it's my time. Like, and I was like, who is this person? Not me.
Yeah, right.
Like the most high-strung, like anxious person in the world. I don't know what.
It's mine. Hi.
Yeah, so I was like, whatever, I don't give a shit.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so...
also very on brand for our friend.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. So we got down there and we went to our hotel to check in. I was staying at Caribbean Beach Resort, which I had never stayed at before. Like, it was the last moderate resort that I hadn't been to yet, so I had been to, but, like, stayed at. It was great. Like, we got really lucky because that resort is massive. You know, it's, like, huge.
Whenever I hear people talk about it, I'm like, they're like, it's great, but it's huge. You have to walk a lot.
Yeah.
Is that the truth?
It is the truth, but honestly, I did my research beforehand, obviously. And... You know, it really comes down to, like, personal preference. There isn't really a bad place. It just depends on, like, what's important to you.
Which section were you in?
We were in Aruba, and I really felt like we lucked out. I feel like, personally, we had, like, the best possible spot because we were literally... I could see the Riviera Skyliner out our window, so it was literally, like, a 30-second walk to the Skyliner.
That's amazing.
And Aruba has a dedicated bus station, so the bus stop was also, like, a 30-second walk the other direction. So we could be at, like, all the parks in, like, a second, which was really nice. And it was still only, like, a, I don't know, 3 to 5 minute walk to, like, Port Royale, which is, like, the main lobby, check-in, restaurant, whatever. So, I mean, it really just depends, because, like, I felt like that was great, but if you wanted to be closer to the lobby, which is what they consider the, like, quote-unquote preferred rooms, then, like, you can book those. I don't really care about that. Like, if you're going to eat there every single day, then I guess that makes sense, but to me, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, you're not going there. Did you eat there at all?
Just quick service breakfast. Okay. We didn't go to Sebastian's or anything. And I went to the pool bar, because, like, you boy likes to. So... And then, like, the far other end is where the, like, main Skyliner hub is that you can transfer to, like, the value resorts, Hollywood Studios, whatever. Yeah. So then those ones are good if you want to be in that section. So, like, there really isn't a bad spot. Yeah, it just, like, matters about what you care about.
What you want.
But I felt like we were really lucky. So, yeah, we were in Aruba. Perfectly nice room. I mean, like, they're older, but it's there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I thought it was fine.
I feel like... Literally all the rooms kind of are the same. Like, from the moderate to, like, the value now, I feel like they're all kind of pretty much the same.
They really are, yeah.
They're, like, so standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good.
It was great. So, I mean, whatever. We lucked out. We got into the room, and then the first day we went straight to Epcot because I wanted to see FARTS. I'd never been there before. And...
Were they setting up for... the Flower Festival already? I saw that online this week, and I was like, oh wow, they're already setting up for...
At least half the topiaries are already up, which is so crazy. Like, this is... Okay, so, little kept secret for people out there.
Well, this is a good time to go then, because then you get a little bit of both.
Exactly. They really, like, they don't advertise this, but, like, having just come back from there, because FARTS still... It goes on, I think, through... like Tuesday or something of this week, and then Flower and Garden doesn't start officially until I think March like 8th or something. So there's like technically a week where there's no festival where they transition it over, but like Friends, it's like basically there. Nice. Like, you know how, because you've been during Flower and Garden many times, it's like our birthday season. The main like lake there before
when they put the flower things,
the whole like all the way around, that's already up.
Oh,
all those flowers are already there.
So that's iconic.
Topiaries that I saw that were already up, they literally already had, like, the Phineas and Ferb topiary. Yeah. They had the Tinkerbell topiary. They had the, like, Miguel and Dante. Tinkerbell. I'm Walt Kidney.
And this is Tinkerbell.
Kidneyland. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing is I'm like, it's basically Flower and Garden already. But it was still FARTS.
Honestly, That's great. That's great.
Yeah. So I was kind of
ideal. It's really ideal.
Yeah. But obviously for marketing purposes, they have to be like, catch the end of this one before you see that one. I'm like, girl, they're both basically still going on. Yeah. Yeah, so we got in there. What I did like about FARTS, because I had never been before, was it was cool to see all of the little, like, art vendor booths set up throughout Epcot. It was, like, kind of nice. Like, I like just seeing, like, Disney art and Disney artists and stuff. And, like, there's a little something for everyone. There's, like, fine art, and there's more kind of, like, kitschy stuff. And, like, you know, it's just cool to, like, browse around. They still have all of the same, like, food and drink, like, booths and stuff everywhere. So we did a lot of, like, sampling of foods, which was very nice.
Yeah.
And then they have little, like chalk drawings throughout the World Showcase that are set up. So I got to see that. I'd wanted to see it for years. They have a little, like, Luca and Alberto, like, chalk drawing that they put up in Italy. I took some pictures with it because I was like, my gay mermaids.
I really am obsessed with that movie.
It's so good.
That movie makes me cry hardcore.
It's so good. You know what makes me cry in that movie specifically is when Alberto, like, comes out of the water as a sea monster, and then Luca, like, takes a breath and goes, sea monster! And then Alberto's, like, face, like, sinks.
Of course, like, that part literally destroyed me. I was like, wow, this is
so
very
heartbreaking.
relatable as a gay child. Like, childhood was very that.
Yeah. I know. It's crazy. So...
It was very, like, betrayal.
Yeah. Yeah. That movie is so gay. Like, everything about it. They're in a little queer polycule. It's literally just, like, it's, like, gay,
and
bi,
so weird,
lesbian.
like, especially because, obviously, like, you know, as a kid, you don't really, like, you're not saying, I'm gay. You're like, no. Like, you don't even really know what you are. But, like, you always just end up with people that, like, end up being queer anyway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, birds of a feather really stick together. It's really true. And that definitely, I feel like Luca definitely gave that vibe.
Yeah.
It's like they're all just kind of...
Yeah. And Mac's mom from Always Sunny is his grandma, who in the end also says, she's like, well, some people, they'll never accept him, but he seems to know how to find the one so well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like,
oh, that's
Yeah. Also, Maya Rudolph as his mom is so fucking funny.
Oh, yeah, so good.
She's like, take that, Bianca Branzino. Ah!
I need to rewatch it. It's been a while.
Oh my god, I love it. It's so cute. I'm obsessed with it. The music, too, makes me cry.
Is beautiful.
Oh my god, it's so good. I mean, Pixar, man.
Pixar music,
really that girl.
It's next level. WALL-E's music is incredible.
Yep.
Obviously, Finding Nemo.
Yep.
And Luca. They're, like, my three favorites, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. So it was cool to see them. They had, like, a little... I'll show you. They had, like, a little section by... You know, behind the... like gelato place in Italy, there's like a little fountain there, and they have them like chalk drawn over the fountain, and they're like playfully like splashing each other, and I was like, those fish are gay, and I really believe that.
Yeah, they are. I love that fountain.
Yeah, it's good. The secret limoncello spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love it. I tried to make my mom try some, again, also doesn't drink, and I was like,
have some.
She was like,
I feel like limoncello is like a pretty easy alcohol. If you're not an alcohol drinker, I feel like that would be like a pretty easy one to start with, you know?
No, she was anti, but whatever.
Okay.
Got to see the Disney on Broadway exhibit that they have at Communicore Hall, and I gotta say, best use of Communicore Hall yet, honestly. Like, they filled out the space well. It was a really cool walkthrough. They had all kinds of, like, costumes and props and stuff, like, from...
So it wasn't just, like, an empty, like, shell of a building?
No, it was awesome. It was, like, very well, like, put together. They had, like, themed, like, immersive lighting and stuff, and they had some cool photo ops in there. It was nice. We wandered around, we tried some food, we saw that stuff. Obviously, the Disney on Broadway concert series is happening. We left a little early, dipped out, went to dinner at Trattoria al Forno. Girl.
Fave.
Oh my god.
Fave.
It's so good. And you would know Italian.
Yeah, of course.
It's the good stuff.
It really is the good stuff. What'd you get?
So I had allegedly their favorite dish on the menu, our servers. They were like, this is my favorite. Because I was like, I'll eat anything Italian. I don't care. Just like, tell me one.
Did you ever have the chicken parm?
No, but I'm sure it's incredible.
It's very good.
Oh god. So I was like, I'm open, what's your favorite? And the server was like, get the like shrimp pasta. And I was like, done. Okay. So it was like pappardelle, fabulous, homemade, like made in house, whatever. And then it was in like a butter, caper, prosecco, whatever, lemon sauce and shrimp. Bitch, my stomach was growling just talking about it. It was so good.
I am hungry.
Me too. It was like, oh my god, it was really
That sounds incredible.
And I had a little cocktail. I had a little Sicilian iced tea, which was basically just like iced tea with like orange and lemon liqueur in it. It was delicious.
Wow.
It was really nice.
Did you get... isn't there like an appetizer with like bread or something? Oh,
they had like a bread thing. It was
There was
good.
like the bread thing there that I got last time was very good.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Yeah. It was awesome. I loved it. So we did that, and then we hauled ass over to the ladies. No, we...
Hauled ass to the ladies.
We took a friendship boat over to Hollywood Studios, and I took my mom to Fantasmic because she had never been before. It was so funny because I feel like she didn't know what to expect.
Yeah,
and
was she like,
a bad job
was she like, oh wait,
it.
we're sitting in like a stadium right now? Was she like, what? Because honestly, the first time you experience that, you're like, wait, how did they... Like, this is just in the middle of the woods. Like, it's just like this huge amphitheater.
That's what she said. We were walking back, and she was like, man, they really tucked this back here, huh? And I was like, yeah, we're basically in the parking lot.
Yeah,
like, you walk so far. And that show, because it was a 2-show night, so we saw the first one, which famously is always the more crowded one. So it was, like, packed.
I always wait for the second one.
Yeah, it's worth it, but we were tired as hell. Like, it was a lot. And it was kind of cold, low-key. So we, like, walked all the way, got in there, whatever, and I was trying to describe it to her, and I was doing a bad job describing it. I was like, so it's, like, kind of fireworks, but it's also a light show, and it's also, like, water, and it's kind of villains themed. It's, like, kind of scary, but it's also really fun. Like,
I remember the first time I saw it with my mom, she was like, this is evil.
Yeah.
I was like, kind of is.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
Yeah. Gay. Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah.
I love villains, listen.
Yeah, of course.
I can't help it.
My critique of it now, having seen it a few times, and especially recently, is that, like, it has a really strong, like, first, like, minute and a half, and then it immediately falls off, and it gets, like, really slow for, like,
really
5-10 minutes.
Until the villain's part at the end.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Did they have the Pocahontas part?
That's when it gets good again.
Yeah.
So, like, they do a strong opener with Mickey. Then it goes right into just, like, 10 minutes of just, like, water projections, which is cool for, like, 2 minutes, but not 10.
Not 10.
And then they give you,
at
like,
the time when it
weird,
first opened, that probably was cooler. But now everybody does water projections, so it's like...
Yeah, it's like, alright. It's just a little slow. And then they do a very quick, rushed over little section of, like... Jungle Book stuff that's, and like, then, randomly neon and, like, blacklight, which I'm not crazy about. Then it gets really slow again, and then it doesn't really get good again until Pocahontas comes out. And then it's like Pocahontas, Aladdin, Frozen, Moana, like, then that's all very cool. And it's cool to see all of that. And then it's villains, so you get, like, the Evil Queen, the Transformation, Maleficent, Fire, Dragon, Jafar with the big snake, like, one too many hits from the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the finale is amazing, obviously.
The finale is amazing. I mean, the fireworks, when he's on the top of the thing, is, like, the best thing ever.
It always just scares the hell out of me. I'm like, what, this poor person? Do you cry? I better buckle him in up there.
I feel like I cry sometimes when I see the end.
I was, like, cheering and clapping like he actually did it. I was like, wow! Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah. He's like, hey there, this is my dream! Yeah. Dum 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 dum. Yeah. He shoots the sparks out of his fingers.
I am very sad that we'll never see Murphy, the dragon at Disneyland's Fantasmic. Rip. Yeah. That was, like, one thing I really wanted to see.
Yeah.
Never will.
I know.
I think they might be bringing it back, though.
Something.
Something.
Yeah.
Because right now there is no dragon at Disneyland, which is kind of sad.
So sad. Yeah. I was trying to explain that to my mom, too. I was like, can you believe they do this, like, in Disneyland? Like, in that tiny-ass little park?
Tiny park.
In Frontierland.
Yes.
It's, like, on the rivers of America.
I'm
like, what? It's crazy. It's wild. Because especially you see how big it is at Hollywood Studios, you're like, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. It's like, where do people stand? They just gather? I've never been in Disneyland, but...
Either. Crazy.
That's on the bucket list. We need to do that.
Definitely. Yeah, it was a nice little nightcap. Next day we went to DAC in the morning. DAC in the morning, immaculate. Elite vibes. Like, so fun. Yes. Really just, like, the best time to go. And honestly, we just, like, vibed. We, like, walked around, went to Kusafiri. Delicious. Had just, like, the most delicious little breakfast sandwich and coffee.
Oh, yeah.
We watched the, like, Birds of Flight show thing.
The thing that you saw last time?
Yeah. I was, like, telling it to my mom, and I was like, oh, God, I'm scared I'm overselling it now. And... Bitch, that was the highlight. She was, like, pooped and gagged the whole time. She was, like, filming with her camera, and she kept being like, oh, my God! Like, literally parrots just, like, flying everywhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, it's really... Have you seen it?
No. I mean, I actually don't know.
It's honestly, like, it's crazy how cool it is. Like, it's, like, it sounds, like, kind of dumb when you describe it. You're like, yeah, there's just, like, a bunch of birds. But, like, they really, like... I got chills, like, even having seen it before. Like, because it's just, like... crazy that it happens. You're, like, standing there looking at the Tree of Life, so it's, like, just this gorgeous, like, vista, and they play this, like, triumphant music, and they, like, really build it up, because, like, the cast member has the Britney Spears, like, wraparound, like, and they're like, and now, we're blah, 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 blah. They, like, make an announcement about how, like, and we're so grateful that you joined us at the most magical place on earth. Take your cameras out for these spectacular creatures. Now look at this giant macaw
flying overhead.
Literally, and this triumphant music is like, like building up, and then there's literally just like a dozen just like gorgeous, gigantic, like parrots are huge in real life. Like,
what else?
Flying
Did they have, like,
around,
hawks and stuff, like owls. Like...
It's all different kinds of parrots, but they're different species. There's like red ones, there's green ones, there's blue ones, like, and they're huge, and they're flying literally like inches above your head, like, and they like.
Did they take a shit on anyone?
Come in. They're definitely shitting, girl. Yeah, and so was I.
Your pants.
Well, I just had a Joffrey, so I was.
So you were like, I gotta take a dump.
Yeah. So they're like flying around, they do this talking, whatever, and then they send them off at the end too, and they all like majestically fly away too. It's honestly, it's so cool, and it's such a cute. Literally, it's like a 10-minute show. It's like so quick, but it's really cool.
That's so fun.
So we did that, and then like we're wandering around the park, and I did the single rider for Everest because my mom is like not a roller coaster person, and I was like,
did you go on Flight of Passage?
No.
What's wrong with you? I'm so sick.
I'm waiting till we go together.
Okay. Because I'm so sick of, like, asking you every single time you go and you saying no.
No, but you know what's funny is we were walking through Pandora, and I don't think my mom had been there yet. She was obviously gooped. This is incredible. But she's pointing at, like, Flight of Passage. She goes, oh, what's this? Is this, like, a walkthrough? I was like, no, you're going to puke everywhere. You can't do that.
She probably would love it. It's not that intense.
No, are you kidding me? This woman, like, can't even fly on an airplane. You think she's going to, like, do a 3D, like, jerk around? Yeah, like, no.
Okay, fair.
But
okay,
I did
we are
Everest
going then next time.
Yes,
that is
of course.
A must.
BFF powers activated. Yeah.
Great.
We'll do it. But yeah, oh my god, it was... I did Everest, and I don't tell anyone. Disney, don't, block your ears. I literally was just, like, FaceTiming with my sister the whole time. She was like, just put me in your pocket. I was like, okay. I was, like, in FaceTime, like, in line with her, and I, like, put her in my pocket, got on the ride, we left, and, like, pulled her out, and I'm just holding my phone in my hand, just, like, on this ride. The whole time.
Was the animatronic working?
It was.
Oh, wow.
It was.
Very scary.
Every time I ride that ride, I'm like, God damn, this is way more intense than I remember.
It's very intense.
I was so scared my phone was going to, like, fly out of my hand.
Oh, yeah.
As someone who's lost their phone on a roller coaster before.
Do you have a ring?
Like a GoPro. That's smart. Yeah, I should.
You gotta get one.
No, I don't. Yeah. I was just raw dogging it, just holding it. And I was like, girl, I'm going to die. Yeah, it was crazy.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, but I did it. I still have my phone. But yeah, it was fun. So I did that. We left there. We park hopped over to Epcot. We got a little more Epcot in the afternoon. Rode Remy's. Great. Love it. It was great. Cute and fun. Did Living with the Land, of course.
My favorite.
Classic. And then it started to rain, which really sucked. In like a bad way. So we bounced. We went back to the hotel for a little siesta. My mom ended up staying in, and I just kept drinking, girl. I went back out, and I was like, well, whatever.
God.
Whatever.
Good for you.
I'm in Disney World. What do you want from me? So what? Who cares? Yeah. It was fun.
Weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was good, too. That was good.
That was a good skit.
Yeah. Mike Myers still got it. He was, like, locked in. Yeah. I did feel like some of the, like, older guests, like, that they brought back, you thought that they were going to bring it, and just the shine really wasn't there anymore. Yeah. But Mike Myers was like, I'm still in it. Yeah, it was good.
Chickpeas. Neither chicks nor peas.
Discuss. Yeah. Yeah. It was good. And then the last, like, full day that we were there was, like, Magic Kingdom Day. So we did a little shopping in the morning at Springs. Cute, fun, whatever.
We love a Springs shopping day.
Sure. It was great. We went to Magic. Made sure to go in the afternoon, which is really the clutch. Like, wait until the kiddies have had their naps. They have to leave, like, whatever. Like,
I can't do Magic Kingdom in the morning anymore.
No, it's not good.
I really can't. Mm-mm. It's not good. And then also it's not good at night, so I guess it's just never really good. I don't know.
Okay, so here's my, like, takeaway. My big takeaway from this trip is, like, it's been, like, demoted for me, for sure, officially. Yeah. Like,
after our conversation, after one of our... Was that our first episode?
I think it was our first ever episode.
After that episode.
Yeah. Well, it was never my favorite. It was my two. It was like Epcot, and then I was like, well, you can't be Magic Kingdom.
But it made you think when you were there. You were like, oh.
And this is exactly why, girl.
Yeah,
so we got there. I got a lightning lane. This is, I was new to the new system. So I used the new system, which is more complicated than it's worth explaining for this podcast, whatever. Basically, the way they do it is they do separate things into, like, e-tickets and not, basically. Mm-hmm. And when you book your, like, e-ticket, you can only pick one. So if you want to ride, like, multiple e-tickets in a day, you're waiting in line for most of them, and you can only book the one, which is this is shitty.
Very... annoying to hear.
Yeah, it's not
great. Being that I am going with my family probably in November, by the way.
Yeah, well, if you want to ride, like, Space Mountain and Tiana's and Tron, whatever, on the same day, guess what? You're waiting in line. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not great. I was like, this is kind of shitty. I get why they do it, because they're trying to, like, spread it out so that not like everyone's whatever.
Crowd control, but, like,
but also it's like, really that's unfair to make people pick to be like, well, you can only do one, so.
I hate that.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, Magic Kingdom, that's the reason.
Yeah.
Crowd control, crowd management is, like, truly...
Garbage
there.
In the gutter. Yeah, and you know what else would help? And this is my whatever. If their e-tickets actually effing worked. I'm telling you this right now. Tiana's Bayou Adventure is fun. Don't waste your lightning lane on trying to get it, because that ride is operational for exactly 5 minutes a day, every single day, and that's it. And I just want to say, before anyone gets any delusions of thinking that I'm a hater, I love Princess Tiana. I'm obsessed with her. I think she deserved her own ride. As we've discussed many times, but stop reskinning old ones. Yeah. And this is not a defense of Splash Mountain or its like racist undertones. I'm just saying, like, this is a perfect case study as to why you shouldn't be reskinning a ride that's 30 years old with technology that is clearly too advanced for like whatever electrical grid that is under it or whatever. Exactly. Because now this ride is breaking down literally on a daily basis for the entire day. Like, I was at Magic Kingdom for, I'm not even exaggerating, like, I don't know, 6-8 hours, and the entirety of the time I was there, the ride was not operational.
So you didn't even, did you try to get on it?
I did. So I had a lightning lane for it, which I paid extra for, because if you want do
they reimburse you if it's broken down?
This is such BS. I literally was like, this is my soapbox. I was like, I love Disney and I will never stop going there, but I'm just going to say this because I think it's true bullshit, and exactly why I was like, okay, Magic Kingdom is like dead to me. I can't do this. Like, I booked this lightning lane a week in advance. I've been talking this ride up to my mom for like weeks like leading up to it. I bought us ponchos specifically because we were dressed cute. We wore like cute fits because we had dinner at Citrico's that night at Grand Floridian, so I wanted to look nice. And you know I wear a cute fit to the parks every time. So I was like, but we're going to get wet. I've ridden this before. Like, we're wearing ponchos. So I literally bought ponchos. I was prepared. I spent extra money for the lightning lane because, like, you can get the base level, but to ride an e-ticket like that, you have to pay more. So I paid not just the regular lightning lane fee, but like $35. So I spent the better part of $40 to ride this specific ride.
So literally like almost $80 down the drain.
So get to the ride, I see very little water coming down the flume, and I was like, this is not a good sign. I see engineers standing on the ride thing, pointing and talking, and I was like, oh, it's not just like, oh, it like stop for a little bit. It's like down. And then I see all the Frontierland cast members lined up at the edge there, and I was like, this is not a good sign. So I walked up to them, and I was like, all right, so how long is it going to be down? Oh, we're not sure. I was like, okay, well, I have a lightning lane for this. What do I do? They're like, oh, so what you're going to get is you're going to get like a free lightning lane that you can use for anything else, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay, fine, like whatever. And then they said something that was a little foreboding to me that I did not understand. They were like, but if you have lightning lanes for other things, which I did, because the way the lightning lane system works is that, like, you get your e-ticket and then you get 2 other, like, not e-tickets with it. So I used them on, like, Pirates and Haunted, because I was like, they're fun, I love them, whatever. We had already used the Pirates one. Tiana's was the middle, Haunted was the last I was going to do. Yeah. So we did Pirates, tried to do Tiana's, couldn't do it. Haunted was the last one. They were like, if you have any other lightning lanes already that you haven't used, don't use your, like free whatever, like replacement one, because it'll eat that up and then you won't be able to use it. So I was nervous to use any of them after that, because I was like, God forbid I go ride Haunted Mansion and then Tiana's reopens. I come back and they're like, oh, you don't have a lightning lane anymore.
That is insane.
Yeah, and I was like, first of all, my head is spinning, like, it was literally the numbers, like, math meme, where I was like, what are you, huh? Yeah, like, but it was enough to freak me out, because I was like, I know my horrible luck. I'm going to go, like, innocently ride Haunted Mansion, even though I have a lightning lane for that specifically. My special one from Tiana's will eat that one up, and then I won't be able to ride Tiana's when it reopens. So I was like, I'm not even going to do it. So I spent the whole rest of the day with my mom, basically just, like, killing time. We were, like, walking around Magic. We had, like, a little lunch. We shopped. We rode Little Mermaid. Daddy. Had the best time. It was cute, whatever. And I kept, like, trying to run the clock down until it was time to leave for dinner. Got to be the end of the day, and I was like, all right, clearly Tiana's isn't going to reopen. This really sucks. I really wanted to ride it, whatever.
That's such a shame.
And so I thought to myself, if I'm going to use it, fine. I'll just use it on, like, Tron or, like, Snow White. Because, like, I was like, Holly won't ride Tron, but she would ride Snow White. I was like, let's do Snow White. That's really hard to, like, get anyway. And it's cute and fun, whatever. There's a little fucking asterisk in the My Disney Experience.
You can't do it for Snow White?
You can't use it for Tron, Snow White, even Space Mountain. I was like,
why Snow White?
I was like, I paid extra for the e-ticket lightning lane, and you tell me I can use it for anything, but you can't use it for other e-tickets?
Like, I would have went right to customer service and been like, I would have yelled at them. I've done that multiple times. Literally, every time I go to Disney, I do feel like I end up at customer service for one reason or another. and kind of complain, and then they do give me what I want. But it's just
ladies and gentlemen, Karen. Yeah,
I know. When it comes to Disney, like, listen, I'm spending good freaking money to be here. Like, I am going to do the thing that I want to do.
$40. It was crazy. Like, it made me so upset because I was
annoying.
like, I could get that if, like, I had a lightning lane for, like, It's a Small World, and then it was broken, and they were like, sorry, you can't use your Small World lightning lane for Tron. I'd be like, okay, I get it, fine, it's, like, a different tier of ride. But I'm like, I paid extra for the Tiana one because it's, like, a hot ticket, and then you're telling me, well, you can't use it for another hot ticket. I was like, so what am I supposed to do? Like, use my Tiana lightning lane that I paid extra for to ride, like, Winnie the Pooh? Like, what
Definitely
is this?
Not. That is crazy.
So I literally ended up not using it because we had to leave. We had to go to dinner. And I picked my I totally hear you on going to guest services, but I picked my battles because I was like, if my mom, like, got a whiff and she's listening now, she's going to be like, what?
But, like, you kind of kept it hush-hush.
Yeah, because I was like, if I made a thing of it, she was going to, like,
good for you.
Freak
good
out.
For you.
Like, I was
that.
like, I'm not
that
going to.
for you. Sometimes you got to do that. Like, when you're the organizer of a trip, especially to Disney nowadays with all these rules and
the designated organizer.
Sometimes you just gotta
pick your battles.
I try to keep.
It just sucks. I literally paid like $40 for the sake of keeping the peace.
I feel like every time I go now, I do kind of keep like the itinerary like a little hush hush because I'm like I just don't want to get anybody's hopes up and then, like something doesn't work.
Like,
out.
oh, we're gonna go do this.
Yeah,
instead.
It's like we're just going to do this now. We're doing this now. We're doing that. I kind of keep it like very like one step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
But I will say personally, and for us and for all of our listeners, like, it was absolutely bullshit. I think it is. I'm sorry.
It is bullshit.
I think it's really shitty. Like, no two ways about it. And I'm sure that they have all kinds of disclaimers that you sign when you check the box that says you understand the T's and C's about the whole thing, about how you can't get a refund, and they're not in control of what breaks and doesn't, whatever. But I'm sorry. They are marketing the hell out of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It is clearly their, like, star attraction now.
Yeah, it's their newest attraction.
And they can't keep it open for more than 10 minutes a day. What business do you have selling lightning lanes like it for crazy? Like, charging extra for them. Then when it breaks down, your system to replace them is like, oh, well, you can use it for everything else. Wink, wink, not really. And we don't know when it's going to reopen. Sorry. I'm sorry. I think the whole thing all around is like, this is
horrible customer service. Period.
Yeah. It made me really upset, and I really, really don't. I try very hard to, like, not be a Disney hater, give them benefit of the doubt, and I, of course, want to just say the disclaimer, like, I had a wonderful time this trip. I always do.
Yeah.
I love Disney to death. I always will. But as we've said many times before, because I love her, I reserve the right to criticize her, and I'm sorry. I do think that is just objectively shitty. That should not have happened.
1,000,000%.
Like, period. So that kind of made me upset. Regardless, we still had a nice nightcap to the trip because we went to Citrico's, which was fucking fabulous. Their food is so good. And we got to catch the, like, happily ever after from the Grand Floridian, which was
so
fabulous.
Nice. That's great.
Yep. And then the last day, we checked out. We went to Yacht Club, went to Ale and Compass for a little breakfast. I had a fabulous chicken and waffle, which was wonderful. And we left just in time for Run Disney to start, because Run Disney was starting the, like, princess races for this weekend. So we were checking out and seeing all the runners and stuff come in. Flew home, also super bumpy, not my favorite, but made it home in one piece.
But you made it.
And here we are.
Here she is.
It was a fun little trip. Minus the Tianas. That really was, like, such BS.
I feel like there is just always one thing every trip.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and it was definitely that this trip. And I just wish it wasn't that thing, because that truly was, like, the thing I was the most excited about. I was like, it's going to be so fun, and my mom's going to love it. Like, even for a person who doesn't ride rides, she does a love, like, she'll do a log flume. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, she'll do this, and it'll be so fun, and blah, blah, blah. No. And I was like, God damn it. And it's just, like, unfair.
It is unfair. It is unfair.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you had a good time, regardless.
Always do, baby.
You always do.
Yeah.
Can't wait for our trip.
Yeah. So we'll have to go.
We'll have to go.
Yeah.
Soon.
Soon. We really will. Maybe sooner than you think.
Maybe sooner than you think.
I mean, it's basically March, which means it's basically April, which means it's basically our birthdays.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is, like, always when I feel the need to...
It's the best time. Except Easter is late this year, so it's like, it makes it harder. I like it when we get Easter out of the way in, like, March, so that by the time April rolls around, it's, like, less crowded.
Done. Yeah.
It sucks.
Although,
Easter is, like, really late
and I will
this year
say,
still.
spring break is really rough down there.
It's rough.
Really rough.
It's rough.
Really rough. Anyway.
Well.
I gotta pee.
Well, on that note, we'll be right back. And we're back. We sure are.
We're back.
We're back. Got the light working again for
peed.
once. Nice.
I took a piss.
In your pants?
Yeah.
Nice. That feels nice.
That feels nice.
More.
Enough.
Right, enough. All right. Yeah, queen.
So.
All right.
Drink or drag?
It's our favorite time.
Favorite time.
Honestly, it really is. I do love doing this because I like getting into a spirited debate with you.
I'm still up in the air on mine, but I think I'll figure it out. Look, I want to hear yours first, and then we'll go from there. Sure.
Well, in the same vein of what we were just talking about, I try to think of ones that I don't immediately know what your answer is going to be, so I'm kind of keeping it. I had one, and then I'm sort of adjusting it in real time. My drink or drag for you is Disney related, and per what we were just talking about with all this shite with Tiana's and the Lightning Lane kerfuffle, is drink or drag, not the specific Lightning Lane system, not the Genie Plus system, not the Fast Pass system, just drink or drag in general, having a ride reservation system at Disney at all.
Drag. All drag. Drag to hell.
Yeah.
Drag it.
Yeah.
Honestly, bring back the OG Fast Pass.
No, I mean, even forget that. Just, should there be any way to cut the line, or should it just literally be if you want to ride it, you're going to wait in line like everybody else, and that's that?
Okay, so in an ideal world, yeah, I still drag it, but Disney will never do this because they are money hungry, but they know the capacity limits, and they know how many people are in the park at all times. They keep very close track of that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, there's the max capacity is way too high, and the reservations should be taken way more seriously, and it should just be they should use the reservation system to make it a more enjoyable experience. In my opinion, cut it off at a capacity that is actually enjoyable for people to be at. I just, that is what my dream is. But I know that they'll never do that because they need to pinch every penny.
My opinion of it is, and I'm not one to really give credit to Universal, but I will say, I think that they need to do something like that where it's
you spend
the vast majority of the, if you want to ride something, the vast majority of their clientele are waiting in line, and it just takes as long as it takes, and it is what it is. And for the true VIPs, literally the one percenters, if you really, really don't want to wait, you're going to pay a true premium for it.
Yes.
And I know that sounds shitty, and I'm not trying to advocate for the bourgeoisie or whatever. I'm just saying it, to me, in my eyes, that's really the only way that a ride reservation system works, because they're trying to straddle the fence right now by being oh, you can pay for it. It's quote unquote only $40 and you can cut the line. But as my example shows, it doesn't even really fucking work.
It doesn't matter. And in addition, I think one thing that Universal does very well is the single riders line. They have single riders line for pretty much every ride.
Yeah.
When I went to Universal, I went solo one time to go experience all the Harry Potter stuff. I rode everything I wanted. I did not wait in a single freaking line.
Yep.
Because I was by myself. It was the most amazing experience ever. One of my favorite days ever. I was by myself at Universal.
I think I love going by myself so much.
It was incredible. Yeah. And I'm just if Disney opened more single riders lines, that could help. Because even if you're with a group, it's you kind of end up being near each other anyway. It's whatever.
Who cares?
It's who cares? Anyway.
Yeah. So in my view, I'm just kind of they need to just kind of get rid of all of it. It just takes as long as it takes. You wait for the ride, and if you really, truly want to cut the line, then you need to be VIP status and be this is truly a special trip. I saved for the ride cutting option. I'm going to spend $400 and get a ride cutting option for one of each for every ride, and that's it.
Yeah.
But right now, them offering it to everybody, and so many people taking advantage of it, but still complaining about it costing too much, and then it not even really reducing the wait time that much. They're trying to be all things to all people. It's not working.
It's not working.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I know this is the third iteration we're getting of this reservation system, or Lightning Lane, whatever, but it's just still not working.
No.
They need to figure it out.
Yeah.
It just makes your vacation so stressful.
I was so turned off by the Tiana's thing. It really pissed me off. And it really makes me grateful for when I take solo trips for, like, my business and just, like, you know, myself when I'm creating content and stuff. I'm like, I'm glad that I don't make a point to, like, ride rides.
Yeah.
I literally only ride things when I'm like, oh, it's a walk-on, cool, I'll do Pirates.
Right.
Okay, sure, I'll hop on Haunted, like, whatever. But, like, you know, when you're going with family and you want to be like, oh my god, you have to ride it, you're gonna love it, I'll get us the special thing, and we're gonna prepare for it, and then, like, shit like that happens, I was like, honestly, this whole thing sucks, like, screw that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, mine kind of is Universal related as well.
Alright, work.
Well, drink or drag nighttime spectaculars at Universal. Like, are you gonna watch it? Well, in general, would you watch a Universal nighttime spectacular? Do you care? Do you care?
So, I don't know if you're asking this because you saw this or not, because I think it was literally just today. There was, like, leaks of, like, fireworks at Epic.
It's going to be, like, it's supposed to be bigger than, like, Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
So that is why I'm asking.
Yeah. I mean, for that, sure. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know the IP. Like I said, we talked about this last episode. I've never seen a single second of How to Train Your Dragon, minus the, like, live-action trailer that we saw before Wicked. But, like, I don't know. I don't even know that I necessarily need to know the IP as long as it's not fucking Minions. I'm not here for that straight nonsense.
Well, it will be.
It absolutely will be.
Well, I wonder if they're going to keep the IP to that
just the Epic, like,
in Epic, just the Epic universe.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Assuming for the purposes of this question we're talking about Epic, hell yeah. I will take the last little swig of what I got and drink to it, because that sounds awesome, and I really am, like, trying to be excited and look forward to Epic. I think it's going to be so cool.
It's going to be so cool. Please. Please, I want to go.
Yeah, please. Mr. Universal.
Mr. Universal, hello?
Who's, like, the Bob Iger of Universal?
That's a good question. I literally have no idea.
It's like Mr. Comcast.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Which turns out is also the president of Philadelphia. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it looks very cool. The fireworks looked awesome. It looks like they're really, like, sparing no expense with Epic. I'm sure it will be fabulous. Like, I wouldn't put it past them to bring some, like, drones in it and, like, make it crazy. Like, I'm sure it will be awesome. So, hell yeah, I'm all about it. If we're talking just, like, general Universal, I don't need to see, like, Woody the Woodpecker and whatever the like, Popeye and, like, Seussical. I don't. The more I'm describing their IP, the more I'm like,
yeah, that's why I'm, like, very torn. I'm like, oh great, it's gonna be like a spectacular fireworks show.
Like Harry Potter, hell yeah. Mario, I'm sure that could be so cool.
Yeah, I just
How to Train Your Dragon, why not?
To me, like, their IP is just never going to be as magical and, like, exciting for me.
Yeah.
That's the issue. But I am excited for Epic Universe, sorry, but, like...
It'll be good.
It'll be good.
It'll be good.
Well, that's really it.
Yeah. Slay.
Slay.
That's a good one, babe. That's a good one.
Slay.
Yeah. Well, friends. I think this was a good episode.
This was good, yeah.
And we're already looking forward to our next ep because it's going to be such a good one. For our 10th episode, believe it or not.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. But a week from tomorrow is the Academy Awards.
And we should watch together, honestly.
We definitely should.
Yeah, we are. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that we'll be able to, like, live film it because that's going to be...
No, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple. So what? Who cares?
So what? Who cares? Yeah, but I feel like we're definitely going to want to, like, recap it hard on the pod next week. So
for sure.
So we'll definitely come next week a day late because we're going to need to, like, really talk about the tea because I'm sure there's going to be so much. Like, it just really seems like they're gearing up for drama in a way that, like...
It's going to be really interesting.
It's going to be one for the books.
To see how it shakes out because... Yeah. Very nice to meet you.
That honestly makes me sick.
Same.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
So...
Okay.
Anyway, that's all for this week.
That was fun.
It's been fun hanging out with you and all of you at home.
Yeah.
Wherever you're listening, we hope you enjoyed. If you haven't yet and you listen every week,
subscribe.
Do all those things.
And what's the other one? Like
follow.
Follow.
Yeah, follow on social media, subscribe, like wherever you're listening.
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
yes.
Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, all of it.
All of it.
Follow, like, subscribe.
Yes.
Give us thumbs up. rate and review, comment on things. We comment back.
Comments. We'll
out
talk
here.
to you. We'll talk to you.
Yeah, we're here.
We're here.
Yeah. But until next time, this was Ears to It. I'm Eric.
And I'm Nick.
And see you real soon.
See you real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.